Well, epilepsy in itself is many different forms, so there's many different syndromes under that heading. But the interesting thing about epilepsy is that during seizures, these rhythms are more structured and easier to listen to because they are more organized than when you don't have a seizure. So I thought actually because the normal activity is so complicated, maybe I will not be able to crack that. But the epileptic rhythms seem to be more pronounced, so they are stronger. And because they are abnormal, they are also easier to see or to find. And so it's like it's a starting point only. Just
Right.
first steps into an terra incognita.
And what is the goal? What would happen once you decode this?
So I work with a couple of biomedical engineers, and we're trying to set up stimuli to the brain that will suppress a seizure, or if it has already started, stop the seizure. So it's like because you have the electrodes inside the brain, you can also put like a bit of a current there. And with a tiny bit of an electrical stimulus, you can try to nudge the brain out of the abnormal epileptic rhythm. And as I
So
said,
this could
this is for surgery. So these are seizures that really take a couple of minutes up to
right.
half an hour. So it's really something that where you need to do something if you want to ever improve the people's lives. It's not like a myoclonic jerk, like a quick event. It really spoils your day.
And so this could potentially lead to, I mean, I'm imagining in the future, like a headset or something that a user could apply on their head that would stop the seizure. Is that like the dream later on?
You mean a headset to listen to it, or
No, but I mean, once we decode this and we learn how to actually send a signal to stop a seizure, is this something that potentially long term, 20, 30, 40 years from now, we could actually implant a device or send a signal through a headset that could potentially stop a seizure?
yeah, yeah. So that should be possible. So currently the implantation is possible, also long-term implantation, like without destroying brain tissue, without infection or without risk of infection. And so in principle, it's doable today. It's just that we don't really know what to do. So it's experimental. There's a couple of clinical centers that do experiments on that when it's really severe, but it's very empirical, as we call that. Means we're trying something and hope for the best.